Alright, good morning everyone. So we have a little bit of an update on this car behind us. This is Sally. Recently pulled the motor and trans and everything out of this guy. So this guy is all basically stripped apart. Box is out, motor and trans is out, and the motor is at what's called 961 Motorsports, which is Sam's shop. He's redoing a lot of things on it. This is the one that basically we lost in Hop Hit last week. Yeah, the last weekend. So we're still in first place, which is good, only by 8 points, so that's not enough. Basically, we need to win the next event to win the championship. So that's full kill mode, full go ahead. So in this guy though, we're basically just going to be waiting for an engine package. We don't know what we're going to end up doing. We'll probably do something similar to the 1 Series to get this thing like back up and running and be super solid now that we have a dog box and a quick change in it. Because before, when we built Sally's motor like 3.5 or 4 years ago, we used a lot of Chinese parts and it did not survive, obviously. But I mean, it still lasted like almost 4 years of drifting and beating on this thing. So still very, very impressive with that. But also this car was a stock ZF with a stock rear end. So obviously we could not make that much power for a while. Once we got the dog box and quick change in it, it didn't take a whole long time for us to really abuse it and kind of blow it up, being on like Chinese rods and stuff. So now going to a full build, this thing will be awesome and ready to rock and roll, hopefully shortly soon. There's another update on the 1 Series. 1 Series is almost back together. We had to make a new like screen pipe or whatever you want to call it out of the wastegate, the little dump pipe, because it got smashed and bent back. That's also what cracked the manifold and destroyed a lot of the things on there when when I crashed and went out in the woods. So now that that guy's done, Bryant from Vegas is bringing it back down. We'll have that tomorrow. So that will go back in basically tomorrow, which is Monday morning. The bigger scenario and bigger concern that we have right now is that Connor was testing on Thursday with Brandon, and they were testing at Irwindale. Was it Thursday? Wednesday. Anyways, they were testing on Wednesday at Irwindale, and he made, I don't know, 9-10 laps, and then all of a sudden had a just flat out dead miss. Couldn't figure it out, couldn't see what's going on. So, a day later, I flew back from Buffalo, New York to figure out, all right, what is going on? Because we cannot, we have less than a week basically till we have to be able to be ready to go green for Irwindale. So flew back last night, or the night before that, which was Friday night. Yesterday went down to grab the car and throw it on the dyno, see what's going on. We didn't even make it as far as the dyno. We knew something was bad. Pulled everything apart on the driver's side. On the passenger side first. Everything checked out good. Good compression, good everything. No coil packs down, like nothing. Like all the Holley stuff, perfect. Like we're really impressed. Like we have no idea. There's nothing wrong with that side. Pulled the other side and pulled basically 8, 6, and 4. Seemed all good. Had compression, had everything. Went to 2, and 2 had no compression. So we stuck a borescope down there, looked into the hole, and I'll pop up the little like video or picture right here. And basically what ended up happening was that, that moon shape looking stuff that you see is a valve. So somehow broke a valve, the valve went down inside, beat up the top of the piston, and then we think exited the vehicle or exited the exhaust. So now we have to figure out how to rebuild a motor or put a motor together or build a motor in a very few days. Basically what I'm doing behind me is this car I have to push into the other garage, and it's like 104 out right now, which is not ideal for me pushing a car, but that's fine. And this guy, I have to turn this around and figure out how to unload the car from the back of the trailer up in, like I have a kind of a steep driveway, up into the driveway up here and then back into here. And then I have to pull the motor out of it and get it down to our buddy Greg at Millennium Motorsports, which he's like, dude, I will do the absolute best I possibly can and figure out how to get you guys a motor. So huge shout out to Greg, bro. You've saved me many times throughout the years. He's always been our engine builder basically on any of the LS stuff, and we've always had super big success. Like that car is literally known as Old Faithful. So that's what's gonna happen. So what I get to do now is pull this car, push this car into the other garage, and figure out a way of getting the other car out of there and into here. I am by myself, so you probably will not see any footage of this. I will let you know how I did it afterwards, but I don't really have anyone to hold the camera at this moment. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna push this thing down, lower it down, push it to the other garage, and get jamming and figure out how to start pulling the motor apart and pulling it out of the car. So LS motor's coming out. We will find a replacement. We will figure something out. So give me a second. Let's go. Okay, so as you see, I was successful. Got the race car in here. How I got the other car out over there is actually my wife got home, so she was able to help me kind of push the car around the corner, and then we jacked it up and slid it over. So that's how we got that car over there. And then how I got this car in here is I literally started to back up, basically back the trailer up most of the driveway, and then I just bumped it on the starter, like bah, 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 and just bumped it back as far as I could on the starter, all the way around and all the way back up in here. So maybe not the exact proper way you're supposed to be doing it, but that was the only way I could get out of the trailer and up the hill, was just bump it on the starter, like clutch it in, let it roll up, and then lock it, like let the clutch back out and lock it. And then with the clutch out, bump in reverse, bah, boom, and then clutch in and let it roll, stop, let it roll, stop. And that's how I got all the way turned around and all the way back up here. So now what we're gonna do is take it all apart, pull the hood off, pull everything out of the front of it, pull the engine out of it, and bring it down to Greg's. So let me start pulling this thing apart. Okay, so we got most of the front off, right? This is all apart. This is how I do it. I literally throw a black tray in there, pull everything off, let it drain into there, then put all the good parts in the deep tray. So we got to here, right? And this is all good, it's all draining out. But when I pulled this lid off, there is a lot of fuel and water up here, which is very concerning because look, when I turn this, that is a lot of water and fuel in this guy. And I honestly don't know how you get that in here. So we need to keep investigating and figuring out why coolant and fuel is going this way. I don't know what happened, but I've never seen that much water in a supercharger setup. Look at this. This is insane. Hopefully it didn't damage anything in the supercharger, but that is a lot of water and fuel. So I don't think it's oil, except for, yeah, it doesn't smell like oil. So I don't know. I have nothing that recircs back, so there's no way that like anything from outside the engine could go up and through here. And when I looked at the top of the blower, there's nothing damaged in this. So it would have had to go through the fins to get there, and it didn't. So it's not in there. So it literally came from the bottom up. So we are about to find out, after I take this blower off, what actually happened. This is crazy. All right, so got the motor out of the car. It's all good to go down here. That side seemed to be okay, but obviously we had no problem down on that side. So let me show you what we have on here. This one, the valve looks good and okay. This one, the valve looks okay as well. This one, the valve looks okay. That does not look good. So we probably floated a valve or bent the valve, and then the piston came up and just smacked it. So that's very much not good. Yeah, you can see it down through that hole even. Let me see if I can get light through there to here. Yeah. So that one is done. Don't know what we're gonna do, but we need to figure this out because we have a very short period of time to get this going. But it's definitely ate a valve, so that's 100% the problem. So now let me get this thing fully apart and up in the back of the truck, and then I'll bring it down to our buddy Greg at Millennium. So yeah, next part of this, probably be dropping it off there and seeing what his thoughts are and what we think we might be able to make happen. But all right, let's go get this thing done. All right, so here we go. We're gonna pull his head off, see what's underneath. Hey, that piston's not, there's no hole in it. Ah, we can still use that. All right, so we don't know exactly what happened, but something took something out pretty bad.
No, the head of the exhaust valve broke off.
Yeah.
These are actually worse than
You think so? Oh yeah, they're cracked in the middle.
Yeah, they're worse than the other ones.
So where was I getting water from then?
I'm thinking right here. when you see how this indentation from the
Oh,
valve,
look
I
right.
think it poked through.
Yeah, it did. Look, you can see it right here
Yeah.
on this side. So that's where I was getting water from. So the valve went thunk. So now we have to see what caused it.
Oh,
Did it mess up the cam?
no, I didn't have to look for.
Very weird. All right.
Tire.
Oh, that's rubber tire. Yeah, that's gonna be in everything. That's gonna be in everything.
But I mean, a full season, pretty much,
Yeah.
and this is all we've got. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
So the tune seemed okay.
Yeah.
This one looks a little rough.
It's just a part failure. You know, the valve broke.
Damn.
The valve broke off. Not the intake, but the exhaust.
Oh, at least we learned. We figured out where that water was coming from. All right. We're gonna let them back to it and figure it all out.
I need a set of heads.
Yep. Can we throw? Is it possible to just do one head, or do you do both sides?
Kind of have to pull that piston out to see what we see in the cylinder, and if I can get a piston.
All right. We'll let them play with it. I hope not. All right. So we're at 961 Motorsports with Sam. Yeah, fuel pump, everything's on the switch. So we think we have it all back together. Look at this. They did a phenomenal job. King's Auto Body straightened this thing out. It's on. Ignition on. This is gonna be the first startup. So we pulled the pan because the pan was broken over there. Oh.
Battery's dead.
The battery's dead. That's
Tom,
disappointing.
can you bring the jump
All right,
box?
let's see if we can get this figured out. Oh wait, hey, wait, it's an anti-gravity. Hold the button down.
All right.
The button's right here. Self-jumping. Hold on, let's see. All right, we're gonna hold this down. Go for it. Send it. Okay, let's try it again.
No, I turned it off.
Oh, he turned it off because there's no oil.
Oil pressure 100.
Why is it so high?
Hey, the belt, the belt. Is it hitting any something?
Not a scary sound. Huh? Was that you?
We need more fluid. Power steering.
More fluid? Was that the power steering that made that sound or the belt?
Power steering.
That was scary. All right. It started up though. That's a good start. All right, here we go. Here we go, sir. That's not a good sign.
I swear it smells like tuna.
Tuna? Like filet tuna or what?
It's like a sandwich.
Like a tuna sandwich? That's probably the difference between the sap from the tree. Like when you pick up the hood's covered in tree sap. So it literally it smells like sap.
Okay, I'm gonna restart it.
Cap off? Okay.
We need more. Because the rack was empty.
Completely empty. Seems okay. All right, we're gonna get it down off the lift, and once we get it off the lift, we're gonna put it up on the dyno right over there. We'll run it soon. Okay, so last night was solid on the dyno. We got it all done. It's super happy. So now we are headed to Apple Valley to go testing. That's our normal test facility out here because it's local to us. But they have to do a windshield. So that's what we got going on right now. It's basically just a windshield because this one's cracked in lots of places. So we need to fix that, and then this thing will be ready to rip and go. Okay, so we're back in the shop. Yes, back in the garage. Basically what we're doing is that we ran all day today in this car, ran through like 6 sets of tires, which is super, super good. The car was phenomenal. It was a full jammer. However, we had a weird problem. And the weird problem is when it would get warm, it would not cool off. So if it didn't get hot, like if we kept it under 200, it would drop right back down to 174. If it got over 200, it would not cool down. And when I mean not cool down, I mean we could let it run for 5 minutes, 10 minutes idling, it would not cool down, it gets stuck. What I think is happening is that I think I have a dash 20 on one side and dash 16 on the other side. And I think that it's cavitating or creating problems with the pump. So what we have done is we've taken the front end apart. And if you notice, normally this is a dash 20 line and this is a dash 16. We took this part off and we're actually gonna cut the piece off and we're gonna replace this whole line, which yes, it sucks because this line's super expensive. But we're going to replace that line to a 16. So this is what we have going on now. So he is cutting this guy. So we're going to cut the 20 off of that, weld a 20 on there. We also need to cut the 20 off of this and weld a 16 on here. We also need to cut the 20 off of this one and the 20 off of this one and weld 16s onto all of this stuff. So that's kind of the game plan, is to weld 16s on all of it and replace all of it, just to see if that's what allows it to come down. And first off, you're like, wait, but 20 flows more, da, da, da. Yes, but I think what's happening is I think it's flowing more than the water pump in the front can pump. So it's either hanging up there and cavitating, or it's flowing like more pressure into the rear, but not so much as much volume because it's a 16 going back. So then at the bottom of the radiator, there's not enough for the pump. Only reason I say that is if the car is on, you could feel it and the pump is quiet. As soon as you shut the pump off or the car off and the front pump up here stops spinning on the OEM pump, then the pump in the back, this guy goes brrr and like struggles, and you can feel it like cavitating. And then as soon as you either crack the bleeder in the front or you turn the motor over, then this pump goes back to being quiet again and being happy. So I think this pump is running into that pump and cavitating it. So this is going to be our first attempt, is going 16s on everything, so it's all the same size hoses. If that doesn't work, then we're going to try and remove the water pump completely and see if that works. So we have 2 ideas. Don't know which one's going to happen, but we're going to start this one first. So first thing here, cut the 16 off of that, cut the 16 off of this, cut the 16s off the stuff in the back, cut the 16s off of this, and do the fittings. Then tomorrow morning, I'm going to make a list of everything else that I need, run to G&J Aircraft, and get all the parts. So, yep, first part is cutting. Let's cut it. Okay, so just got back from G&J Aircraft, so I got all of the fittings and everything that I needed. There's tons of them in here. And basically what I did is I went to all push lock. I really like the push lock hoses. I hate making hoses, so push lock hoses are good. Also, I finished welding all of these guys on. So this one's kind of hard to tell, but there we go. You can see that one. So I welded that one on. So that's dash 16. Welded on this dash 16. And then also did, I also did dash 10 on the front right there. And then also did these guys right up here. So also welded this guy on. Whoops, there we go. So also welded this guy on, dash 16 as well. So I was going to cut this back here on this weld. However, the little bit length here, like the probably 1 inch longer piece right here, will help give me a little bit of clearance to be able to get a wrench on the dash 16 a lot better in the front. So what I'm doing now is literally just putting all the fittings on the car, and then I'm going to take all the hose and start running it and plumbing it through. I think I'm going to plumb from the front back because it should be easier to cut from back here. So give me a second. Let me start plumbing and putting this stuff together and kind of show you how it all ends up. But literally just got all the welding done and reassembly ready to go. Okay, so we are back. at Millennium. We were picking up our motor that is back together. Oh, I get 2 bolts so I do not lose them. We're gonna give them to Mr. Polly Pockets so that he can save them. But they're gonna roll that out. Look, they have all kinds of cool different stuff here. All the machine work and everything that goes over there. So what are you doing on this one? Yep. Oh, is that what this is? So Lamborghini head?
That is so that if the tiles were to fall off or get damaged or whatever,
Already put the new
then there's
box
at least
guys
a secondary heat shield.
Put a hundred to fit each guy.
Oh, to make them all fit? That's crazy.
For the next launch of stuff.
So this is
Only 40 of them.
40 valves? Oh yeah, 10 times 4. Hey, we're doing math here for sure. So we're doing math, but anyways, it's yeah, it's pretty crazy all the stuff that they do here and how high tech they are. So that is a lot of valves. So how long does it take to do 40 valves? Oh, it's not bad. No. You're a professional. You know what you're doing. It'd take me a long time. Look at this. Is this new or old valves?
Those are all ones I ground yesterday.
They're lightweight too. Crazy. All right, we're gonna go put a race car motor back together. Another one. Thank you for all the help.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. What do we got?
From Manly.
Best of luck at Irwindale. Yeah, look at that. Manly hooked it up. These guys are awesome. That's the only stuff we ever run. Oh wait, where is it? Oh, kind of have a Manly thing. See?
There you go. Stickers.
Look at that, stickers and yeah, a little sticky note. The sticky note means more to me than any of it. So that is super cool. So thank you, Manly. You guys are awesome. We keep destroying things and you guys keep fixing them. So it was definitely not a rod problem. See, look at this. Woo. It was not a rod problem. It was a, yeah, we lost some stuff up top and then something went through the motor and I don't know, destroyed everything. And when you can't move the piston anymore, then the rod takes the hit. So luckily we only damaged one. So we got one new one in here, but they hooked it up. So I appreciate it. We're gonna load this thing back in. And the game plan today is to get this motor in and ready to go because tomorrow we have to go to the Drift League, so we're not gonna have time to do anything because we're judging that event. So give me a second, let's load this up and we'll be on our way. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it is super long.
All right, so we're loading this guy and we're gonna move the tires real fast. Look at this cool hearse. Just sitting there. Yeah, I like cool cars. It's going up. I believe in it. So we gotta move these guys out of the way. We have one tire that's good and then a bunch of destroyed ones. Look, that one's quite bad. All right, so I got the motor out of the truck, ready to go in this guy. This is what it looks like with the motor out of it. So I'm gonna set everything up here, pack everything on the back of the motor. So clutch and drivetrain, dog box, everything on the back here, and then just go and drop it right on in. So yeah, it looks like a lot of crazy mess and hoses, but it's not that bad once you kind of tuck everything up out of the way and figure out where everything goes. So let me zip tie and clean all this up first. Grab this guy, stab it in there, and then we'll be ready to rock. All right, good morning everyone. So we are here. This is the final round of Formula Drift Irwindale. What's up, buddy? So final round of Formula Drift Irwindale. Thank you guys. And yes, we got this car. We are ripping in this thing. This thing seems to be doing quite well. Like honestly, it's doing really, really well. So super stoked on this. And then we've got a couple laps in it, so I'll show you guys these laps. This car right here, he's been running this one. It was doing well. Now we have some kind of engine issue. So kind of an engine problem, and it basically stalled up. And then when it did, it brought him up and boom, ended up going into the bank. It broke a couple wheels. The whole right side is bent and destroyed. This has moved over a couple inches on that side. And that assembly is bent and broken off completely. And this one, they're putting it back together. So the guys are definitely hard at work. Look, I mean, it bent a lot of stuff. So luckily he was able to drive back to the pits, but there was a lot of damage. So they're trying to get it back together. We have another practice here shortly in a couple of minutes. But I mean, even like shock and everything's all basically all bent and destroyed. And yeah, it needs to come out and be replaced. So that's what they're doing now. They're throwing it back together, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. So we're headed back out. We're gonna go watch from up top, see what the laps look like from, you know, the spotter's booth, because it's always different from inside the car, and then judge what we need to do and how we need to do it. So that's where we're headed now. I hit him, but I don't think I hit him too hard. I think the car's okay. There's not a single car in the lead right now. Okay, sending car. Pretty good. It's getting better. It was
your clear has been to get here, so I hope you like it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
new helmet from Patrick. Look at that helmet cover.
You want to make sure we're definitely hidden.
Dude, that thing is super sick.
It's very cool, I must say.
Holy shit. It's super sick. Like, probably my favorite helmet you've built. With the carbon through it too.
Yeah, the tint is cool, isn't it?
Dude, the tint over the carbon. It's got a 36 on top.
Yeah.
Come on, look
Can
at
you
this
find
thing.
a nickname now?
I'm trying.
Somewhere.
How hidden is it?
It looks a bit bigger in the picture.
Ball bag.
Sick.
Awesome.
So
Appreciate
yeah,
you guys.
everything that's
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You
man.
understand most
Appreciate
of the
it.
stuff?
Yeah, it's sick. Honestly, if I was to design it myself, it's pretty much everything I would put on it. So thank you for that. It's sick. 896. When I started racing with Jack,
basically the start of our careers was driving stock cars, no idea what we were doing, mom and dad supporting, and yeah, just chase the dream. Obviously the biggest one, Drift Masters champion, quote what I go by, I want to get it, because in my opinion in life, if you want something you got to chase it hard enough. And yeah,
it also has,
I'm going to get a bit emotional looking at it.
it has a 36 also, so your first drift car.
Yeah, which is cool, because that tells an interesting story. An interesting story is that a lot of people think the 36 means a lot to me because of what Rome gave me and my first year in FD. But a 36 actually was my first ever drift car, what Jack and Dad built in the shed, which was an M3 36 compact. So when I drive this car, it brings back lots of memories. And even at that stage of my career, I had no idea that I was ever going to be even a drifter. I still was trying to figure it out and even decide if this is what I wanted to do. But I never looked back. And
you wanted to play soccer.
I wanted to play soccer.
I know he's got a soccer ball up there that he kicks around over here.
Yeah, no, this
the 36. It has a GT86, obviously for the championship. It has the S13 with the date of your first win in Europe up here.
Oh, nice.
So that's obviously your birthday date as well, from 2018. Your first Drift Masters win. What else have we got on it? Yeah, your number, the quote.
Ball bag.
You're
Ball bag is funny.
A fucking ball bag. So,
but yeah, no, I appreciate it, and thank you for that, because without you, I wouldn't be here.
It's all this man's creation.
Yeah, 100%. But also,
so it's very cool.
Your idea has been on the ball.
Dude, the trim on it is so good.
And also, I gotta say that I looked up to you for a long time painting helmets. I remember when you presented one to James with the car on the back with the Escort. His dad was like touching for us, because we know what that means to James. So nice to wear one of your helmets, and I'll rock it this weekend and hopefully spray some champagne wearing it. That's the plan.
Let's go.
Awesome.
Good man. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Sick.
All right, so quick update. This car, we ran all the laps in this car. This car's good to go. Basically, it's pretty dialed for tomorrow. We're gonna make a couple small adjustments to get it finite and perfect, but this one we lost a motor. So the motor we just put in that car, we ended up losing it. It broke off a spark plug, ate a hole, all kinds of scenarios. So this one, unfortunately, is done. It's gone. And we just rebuilt this thing. The good news, however, is that Sam literally brought his car out, and now Connor's gonna drive his car and make this thing work somehow. So he's gonna do it. It's gonna be fire. He's gonna make it work for sure. So they're just thrashing as much as they can. Yep, laptop, Brian has it. So laptop, they're gonna tune it, check some logs, get it all ready, and then we'll be jamming. So what we're gonna do right now, as they're working on that one, is we're gonna go interview with these guys. All right, give me a second. All right, so the interview went well, but now we gotta get them back out there. We're still thrashing, trying to get this figured out. More quick changes. They're trying to figure out gearing. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I come back to the pits, and this is what it looks like. Check it out. So what is going on right here is that this car has to now turn into that car. So if you notice how it's set up, this guy, what's up, buddy? This car is now the new Red Bull cars right here. Look at this. Beautiful. So good looking. So look at that. Good thing is we build all the same stuff the same way. So everything lines up, doors work. It's ready to go. They're almost done too. So, oh, the only thing we have to figure out is what the hood.
I think they swapped it over.
Okay, no, I'm talking about the big hole. We had to cut a hole in the hood. We'll figure something out.
Oh, in the roof.
We'll leave the roof. Yeah, we can't unwrap that. We have some wrap. No, we have wrap. All right, we're gonna rewrap some of the roof, but we will figure it out. So that's the game. That's what we're doing. Let's go find some stuff. So where is all of the wrap material? Right here? No, where's the big bags? Oh, right here. We have enough to make the roof blue. Look at all that. Between this one, and this one, and that one, and this one, we'll just splotch it over to not mess up his livery. Look at this. All this blue, we're gonna make the roof blue. This car is gonna look proper, don't you worry. All right, let's send it. we'll show you what it looks like once it's done. All right, so we made it. This is Saturday, final event, final weekend of Formula Drift. We got this car, Val is rocking, super good. We have a little bit of shimmy on that left rear, right rear. We're gonna kind of work on that. That's what they're figuring out right now. As they're dialing that in and getting that all fixed and situated, I want to update you guys on what's going on these cars. So this has been kind of a crazy scenario. So this is Kadu, the original car that Connor started out with and everything else. It's bent. So basically what happened was he lost the motor again, and when he did, it went up into the wall. So this thing's moved over quite a bit, couple inches. You can clearly tell that this is not straight by any means. This is basically touching the blower right there. And if you look on this side, this has a big gap. So that means that this whole side has shifted over this way. So effectively, I'm making the chassis skinnier in the front. Also hit the rear. It just broke some stuff underneath on the rear. I don't think it did any other damage that I know of. But this car basically was not going to be drivable. We couldn't fix the motor, couldn't fix all that stuff. So what we're doing now is we swapped everything over to Sam's car and rewrapped it last night to make it the new Red Bull car. So now this car is S54. Connor's only got like 1 or 2 laps in this thing, but that's where this car's at. They're gonna try and, get this thing all dialed in. They're working on it inside. They're trying to figure out everything they possibly can to make this thing work. But that's basically why Connor's no longer in this car. We had to swap everything over, all the body panels over, all the doors over, everything. So it's been a mission. I mean, trying to get this car ready, this car ready, this car ready. This car went down, back to this car, like all over. So we're working on it. The guys are, I got a couple guys in each car trying to figure it out and make it happen. We have our brand new ESRs. Look, they only made it 1 lap. And then I smacked someone and made them all messed up. So, but we are gonna make it happen. We have a bunch of merch too. I don't think I've ever showed you guys this. We have a ton of merch. Probably come back when the wifey unloads it all, but all kinds of things. We even have some new stickers, all kinds of stuff. So just trying to get everything set up and ready to go for everyone. This is kind of how the paddock is set up here. So we're running 3 cars out of this one. Some people are running 1 car, some people are running 3 cars. Different, different designs, different setups. But this is how it is going on. We have Adam over here, which is our first battle, so that's super cool. And then, we're gonna get this car back together, align that car, and we drive in like 2 hours. So, yep, just kind of wanted to show you guys where we're at. But it is running, it's alive, and Connor has a new car for the day. So, give me a second. Let's go run some practice. All right, so we're here. This is Saturday, the big day for us. Formula Drift, Irwindale, final round 2024. So basically what happened behind us is yesterday we had pretty good practice. Connor had some good practice in the morning and then ended up losing a motor and going up into the wall and basically crashing the car that's over here to my right. We did not believe we could get that car back together in time, plus the loss of the motor, that would be a lot of work on the guys. So we literally swapped to another car. So now we're in Sam Mommy's car, which is actually a pro spec car, and we've swapped the entire livery over, all the body panels over, everything. So that's what we're doing right now. The guys are almost done. They're gonna get this down, and our car is actually already out on grid for morning warm-up and morning practice. So feeling super good. We made a couple adjustments on our car, made it a little bit actually less aggressive, because as it started to grip up last night, you started to see people less and less able to stay high on the bank. So made some adjustments. We think it loosened up the car, just enough to be able to get it dialed in, and we're gonna go run a couple laps, come back, tell the guys what we need, and just kind of keep on pushing through the day. Super pumped though. First battle is Adam. So Adam LZ will be our first battle at E36. So it'd be kind of a new chassis versus old chassis setup. 36 is what we drove last year. E82 is what we're in this year. So it should be a great battle. So hang tight. Here we go. We'll see you soon. my fault. I kind of straightened up too much. I didn't swing. So basically what happened is we were chasing Federico, and about halfway around the bank, my nitrous solenoid, when I demanded it, it got stuck open and froze the whole side of the motor. So the whole left side of the engine was frozen up. I was dumping raw nitrous and my RPM was stuck like almost at max. So the guys are gonna try and pull the solenoid, swap that, swap the line, and swap the plug, and hopefully it fixes it. Because at the bottom, if something messes up, I need the nitrous to light back off. So he's gonna try and fix it right now. We're gonna hope for the best.
It's getting grippier, huh?
In spots. So like when you first initiate, there's a lot of grip. Then there's nothing in the middle of the bank because everyone's low. So when you're up there, you're like, oh no. And I was dragging across the wall, and then then at the end of it starts to grip up again because there's a lot of people there. And then when you come through the middle, it's fine. When you transition, there's like some grip, like it wants to pull you straight, and then there's nothing.
What ratio? What wheel speed you're running? 130. 130? Third or fourth?
Fourth.
130. So this guy needs to be at 130 mile per hour.
What's he at right now?
147.
He's way too high.
So right now, I have 1.3.
Well, I have all the gears over there.
So right now, he went down to 129.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Hey, how are the tires on that run when they came off? The one on my right side.
1710, Brian. Huh? 1710. Okay.
How was the tire life? Good?
It's done. Yeah. It's done.
They're good. They're way better. It's better. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so we just got done running warm-up for the morning. This is Saturday morning still. And basically what we're doing now is going into our top 32 battle with Adam LZ. We've had a lot of good success in the morning. Obviously though, you saw the nitrous solenoid. After we fixed that, I think that was pretty much the only problem. So now we're just dialing in grip and kind of adjusting the front a little bit, and the car should be good to go. So we're gonna check over a couple more things, throw some ice in the cool suit. So you know, it's nice and cool because the temperatures are getting hotter, and we'll be ready to send. So stay with us, let's run some laps.
So we were about to start top 32, not indeed 36, but I was hoping to start top 32 in, but we were driving Sam Magoni's car. You guys seen everything what's going on. Yeah, it's gonna be an intense day for sure. I'm gonna probably have to push like crazy to try to get the max out of this car, but I'll give it everything. I'll do as best I can. The guys have been amazing, the team, and who knows, I don't really want to say much about right now, but everybody's asking me the plans, and for sure I wanted to drive Rome's E36 today. It'll always hold a close place in my heart. The first car when I drove here. Rome has honestly been amazing. I cannot thank the guy enough from start to finish. He's been like an older brother to me here on the other side of the world, and he's been unbelievable. The whole team they've gave me an amazing opportunity, so I'm going to try and enjoy, you know, who knows if it's one last ride or not, but I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the process and try, you know, get as much as we can out of it. I don't know what I can offer in this car, but all I can do is give it my best. That's all I do every time I put the helmet on. So thank you guys for everybody who's been watching Rome's channel also and supporting the decision what Rome made to join the team and for me to be here. So thank you guys very much, and let's see what we can get out of it. Good?
Came in with Meg Moomy's car, and that is what he's driving, although it does not look like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, Shanahan, you know, got that victory earlier this year. Has never driven a bank track. He wins in Orlando. That was an exciting battle for him. He skipped one round. He missed Atlanta, and so here we are. Look at that. I mean, yeah, it's completely skinned with his graphics. Absolutely awesome.
And yeah, Alec Robbins, I mean, had a massive head gasket failure, able to get some welding done in a machine shop to put everything back together. So.
We'll see if it holds. Here we go. All right, Connor Shanahan out front. Alec Robbins at chase position. Shanahan, look at, Alec Robbins, he's right there. Shanahan steady in this car that he just jumped behind the wheel for the first time yesterday. Now transitioning in that second outside zone. He drops that rear end in. Alec Robbins not as deep as Shanahan, the Irish driver. Again, a newcomer to the Formula Drift Championship, a rookie technically, but by no means is a rookie in the drifting world.
No, and really, I don't know how rotating through.
Yeah, just like Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Which option? What outfit are you gonna wear? Here we go. Let's alternate the order here. Alec Robbins, again, not 100%. You say to maybe holding together with zip tie, bubble gum, and hopes and prayers. Here we go. But right now, he's looking pretty solid. Alec Robbins on the bank. You can hear that thing wound up. He threw a brick on that gas pedal, man. Here we go to that second outside zone. Tighter, rider, and again, taking that shallower line. He's pulling away from Shanahan.
Something does not sound right.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's just like
something.
I feel like he's in fourth gear. He's like in third gear.
I don't know what car that was.
Like, it has a growl to it. Yeah, I think it's on fire.
Yeah, I saw some sparks come out near the end.
Here we go. Let's take a look.
All right, so quick update for you guys. We're going into top 32 battle with Adam LZ, and we basically loosened up the car a little bit more because we're starting to see that people are still fighting the bank. They're struggling, they're trying to stay high, and it keeps pulling them down. So we're just gonna try and make sure we put a really good lead run together and then chase as close as we possibly can. He's in an E36, so I know how the chassis reacts, so I'm just gonna drive with him and just stay right with him. Other good thing is Adam, phenomenal driver. Super cool to see his progression as well in the sport, and can't wait to go battle him. So let's jump in the car and we'll run some laps. Let's go.
MLZ with the Sim HQ. It's a new livery there. I talked to Adam yesterday, and we were rapping out about sponsors and what he's got cooking. So he's got Sim HQ, LZ Manufacturing. I mean, obviously, very popular content creator out there making some videos, shredding, BMWs and Porsches and all of it. So here we go. This is great. It's a great battle. The battle of the BMWs. You got the E36 and the more modern, obviously, of RCP. Now going into that inside clip. Good transition there from Adam LZ. Look at how settled LZ's E36 is. There's RCP. Now he's applying the pressure. That garagistic BMW. He has to back off. LZ continues on through. A great run from Adam LZ. And just think, we thought his season was over, man. Like, we thought the car was written off. But he says, you know what? I'm doing good.
Started announcing.
Here we go.
Jared Deenda at the line.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah. Here we go. Neanderthal. RCP, Rome, a Charpentier leaving the start line. Got a clean start? Yes, we do. All right, look at Adam just roasting the tires down the straight, coming into the big bank. Good proximity. Look at that. I mean, just that, you know, they make it look so easy coming down off that bank in the transition. Nice quick transition there from RCP. Adam LZ, you can see him inching closer and closer to RCP. Rome Charpentier. Pretty sure we're going to get a side-by-side. Good angle and effort from both the drivers. Really clean, very sterile. Well done.
Yeah, both. You can see Rome already just, you know, super.
Hey, how's it going, guys? If you don't know already, I'm Carson. I'm Rome's spotter. Just want to give you guys a quick overrun of what happened on that last run. So basically with Adam, Rome set the best lead that he has all weekend, actually. That lead was perfect. Filled outer zone 1, hit his inner clip, snapped hard into zone 2 and got on throttle early, hit his next clip, and then hit the last zone at the end. So lead, perfect. Adam was pretty much right there with him the entire time. You know, granted, Rome giving him a perfect lead, it's a little bit easier to follow. You always need a good lead to make a good follow. So now with Rome in the chase, Adam LZ set him a pretty good lead as well. Rome was pretty much touching his door the entire run. There's a little bit of separation through the midsection on the inner clip, and then we sucked back up coming into zone 2. However, coming around the second inner clip, Adam LZ did throw a little bit more angle, and Rome did try to match it, but the way that we have the car set up right now, it actually, if you throw more angle, it actually slow the car down a lot more. So what happened was Rome went to go add angle, or LZ added angle, Rome added angle with him, and LZ ended up just pulling away from him a little bit, creating a little separation there, and that's what it came down to. It was basically a 1 to 1.5 car gap at the very end of the run on the last corner that was granted the decision in LZ's favor. So, yep, that's the season, and we'll come back next year and fight hard.
All right, so unfortunately we got knocked out by Mr. Adam LZ. He drove phenomenally well. It literally just, I think it came down to the chase. I think both leads were super solid. I think he got me in the chase a little bit. I gotta go back and watch the footage. But either way, we're still rooting on. We got Connor still in battle. Team still full on call, making this happen. So we're gonna kind of just keep on pushing. Hopefully we can get one of the cars on the podium. Either way, it was gonna be me and Connor next battling. So this made it a little bit easier. We just push on Connor, let him get all the way to podium, and send one of the cars to the win. So let's keep watching. Let's see what happens. Let's go.
So here we are, top 16 has just started. We just went to the ceremony. It was pretty sick to witness that. So full of positive vibes right now, trying to get everything dialed as much as we can, but it's been fun. I've enjoyed it, to be honest. So let's go and try push and see what we can get out of this weekend. But overall, I'm happy and looking forward to the beginning. Hopefully getting on the box later on will be quite nice, but we got a lot of work ahead of us.
No, is not going to make it. Sharifo is out, unfortunately. So that means Connor Shanahan, the Irish driver, will advance on without having to do battle. So Shanahan versus Adam LZ.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. And I'm sure Connor's taken this opportunity to practice on the car. He started driving for a very short period of time yesterday. So yeah, just a reminder, as much as this does look like his normal car, it is not. It is the car of Sam. And yeah, driving a BMW engine in it, and not an LS. I mean, not that he's not used to a BMW engine, but not what he's used to here.
All right, so there is Shanahan advancing on. The Great 8 is set. Progress on. We saw him get the win last year behind the Ford Mustang. And now here he is campaigning his own vehicle. Shanahan tip to tail. Good angle from Adam LZ. Shanahan, he's chasing him down. LZ throws a little more angle at him up on the bank. Past that inside clip. Nice little transition there from Adam LZ. Good angle. Shanahan back there a little bit. Needs to get that proximity. Adam tight to the inside clip. And now that final outside zone. Well done. I mean, Adam, really solid run.
Trying to get the axles out.
All right, Shanahan will now lead. Adam LZ giving chase. Are we going to have our first Final Four victor or Final Four attendee? Shanahan, Red Bull, Garagistic, BMW. Shanahan, LZ giving him some distance, but right like that, Gets up to the side of him, no problem. Little tap on the brakes. This guy's getting a little slam dance, little mosh pit transition. Not working out for LZ, had to back off, and that might end up biting him. Shanahan dragging bumper. Shredding, oh my gosh, his parts being actually thrown into Adam LZ's face. Want to see the different angle there from LZ.
So right now Connor just left. He came in, got fuel, tires, checked the car over. He had just gone out, beat Adam LZ. So we're on to the final 4. We're waiting to see who's going to battle next, whether it be Osbo or Dylan Hughes. So we'll see what happens next, and hopefully we're on the top of the box by the end of the night. Let's do this.
There you go, Connor. Look at, there you go. Hold it up, look at Larry for me, if you will. Connor Shanahan coming in, a backup.
All right, so check it out. Ended up on the podium. Connor killed it this whole day, the whole weekend actually, really. I mean, throwing the car back together, Sam lending us the car, the team thrashing to make it happen. I mean, there's no way we could do it without the team. You saw the team thrashing all day long. They've been pushing for the last, I don't know how many hours, 72 hours to make this all happen, and it all paid off. Ended up on the podium, he ended up 3rd place, took the trophy home, the carbon home, and couldn't be happier. I mean, phenomenal season, awesome time. We got his brother Jack, his whole family out here. It's really, really cool experience. So I can't wait to see what's going on next. Would not be able to do it without this guy. Coming in, here we go. This is Sam. If you haven't seen him yet.
I just put the engines.
I build the engines, I do the cars, we got it all together. So would not happen without him. You'll see him killing it again next year in Pro Spec. We're looking forward to another phenomenal year of Pro 1. And yeah, just stay with us. This is just the beginning of the journey. We got a lot more stuff we're doing, a lot of countries we're traveling to, and just enjoy the footage. Stay tuned, let's go. All right, so now everything has to come back off this car, back over to that car, and back done. So we are, we're officially done with the night, officially done with the season. Connor ended up actually 3rd place in this car, so super, super good job. Like, straight killed it. And now we have to unwrap this car, get it back to Sam's car, back to Sam, get that car back together as much as possible, and good to go for the night. So this is a wrap for us. We had an awesome day. Too bad we ended up losing to Adam in top 32, but had a good battle. And now it's really cleanup time, all the behind the scenes stuff. This car, crazy update. This car, we're gonna pull the motor out of it. We're gonna pull all the stuff out we need, and then probably have King's Auto Body pull the frame back and straighten it all back out. So that's what we're doing. We're thrashing to get it done. And I'm gonna get off the phone and help these guys do it. So let's get them all back together. Let's go.
Hey man, are you subscribed to the Rome CP YouTube channel?
I am indeed.
Take them all, bro. Please, take more. Keep subscribing. Tell all your friends. Subscribe to the best YouTube channel on YouTube for Formula Drift. Here, you want more? No problem.